Taoiseach, you spoke about heads of a bill when you were making your remarks about abortion. Can we take it then that the Cabinet will be moving to legislation when it makes its decision tomorrow?
No, the Cabinet haven't actually made its decision yet. In the event that that's the route they take, obviously heads of a bill would have to be prepared. There are four options, as you know, laid out here by the report of the expert group. The first is guidelines, the second is regulation, the third is legislation, and the fourth is legislation with regulation. Obviously, if you have a regulation, you have to have a legal base on which to put it on.
Can you give us some sense of the timescale that you envisage?
Well, I don't want to put a date on this, but as I've said to people already, I'd like that everybody would have their full participation in the preparation of whatever decision the government will make, and the consequences of that decision, and that obviously, if necessary, the Oireachtas Committee and the full Dáil will have their opportunity to have their full say. So I wouldn't like that it would be left hanging around interminably, that we would deal with this practically and credibly and give everybody the opportunity to have their full say. So don't ask me to put a specific date on it, David. We have a lot on the agenda in terms of the European presidency, but in terms of what the government's response will be tomorrow, we will give everybody full and ample opportunity to have their say.
Taoiseach, could I just be clear on this, because yourself and the Minister for Health clearly indicated a few weeks ago that you would definitely make a decision before Christmas on this issue. So will you be clearly spelling out the government's decision on this matter tomorrow?
Yeah, well, what I did say that we would do before Christmas was that the government would make a decision on the option that it was going to choose, arising from the report of the expert group in the ABC case. Remember that the Court of Human Rights reported the government are in breach of the findings of that. The government set up an expert group to deal with the ABC report and to set out for government what options that it might consider. So government will make a decision on which option
tomorrow. So it'll be clear, it won't be vague, it won't be fudged. We'll know exactly what the government's decision is tomorrow.
You will know tomorrow which option the government are going to follow.
That's great. Taoiseach, on another issue, how concerned are you about the instability in the Labour Party right now?
Matters internally to the Labour Party are a matter for the Labour Party, and that's been spelled out very clearly by the Taoiseach. Let me confirm to you that the work that we have ongoing at cabinet level within Gilmore as leader of the Labour Party and as Taoiseach is absolutely focused on fulfilling the mandate given to us and the implementation of our programme for government. And that's to rectify a sense of good health to our public finances, to change the way that business has been done in the country here, to focus on jobs, access to credit, and an improvement of the situation for everybody. So, from our point of view, the government is comprised of two parties, Fine Gael and Labour. And if you like, in effect, this is a national coalition to deal with our national challenges. And I can confirm to you again, the Labour Party and indeed the Fine Gael Party are absolutely focused on that. That's our job.
A number of Labour senators are threatening to vote against the social welfare bill in the Senate this week. What will you do if they vote against? What will you do if the social welfare bill is defeated?
I don't ever comment upon speculation. Clearly, we have a job to do here. The budget's gone through the Dáil, the social protection bill has gone through the Dáil. It's very important now that the Senate deal with that, and I'm quite sure that all members who should do so will support it. Clearly, I don't speak for any individual senators here, but it's very important that we move on.
Taoiseach, even some of the senators you appointed to the Senate, Mary-Louise O'Donnell, for example, she says she will not support this. Are you worried that it will go down in the Senate and will delay the social welfare measures for 90 days?
People say to me, well, there wasn't any great comment on the fact that we didn't follow the traditional route of appointments to the Senate and appointees to the Senate. The Senate will be adjudicated upon next year in terms of a referendum by the people as to whether they wish the Senate to continue or not. Obviously, it's a matter for any individual to decide what they want to do. I would hope that the social protection bill will be voted through by the Senate and that we move on to making the applicable pay rates